Libraries are valuable assets in every community. At the state capitol, lawmakers and citizens alike benefit from the resources of the Legislative Reference Library. Producer Jon Brune outlines the services of this unique legislative office.
The Legislative Reference Library is a valuable resource for state legislators and staff, as well as for members of the public, including lobbyists and state agencies. The library's collection of state documents and periodicals and wealth of historical data and statistics provides important information that aids those involved in decision-making, thereby helping to shape the outcome of public policy in Minnesota.
The library's collection is primarily public policy, so it's probably the best public policy collection in the state. And we collect materials from all over the country, materials from interest groups and research bodies. Magazines and newspapers are really important to the work of staff and legislators around here. We subscribe to 400 periodicals, and we subscribe to, I don't know how many newspapers, maybe 35, 40. And those are really, really important. We get them in paper, but probably more importantly, the newspapers we make available on the desktops of legislators and staff. So any newspaper that's from Minnesota that we can provide to staff and legislators, we provide that. We also are the state document depository library, so we collect all the reports that are produced by the state agencies, and we're the central location for those materials, but it also supports the interest and research needs of the legislators and legislative staff too. I think a lot of legislators don't have the ability to track every single issue. They're often sending us an email request like, what is going on in Duluth regarding this issue? Or one question that we get a lot is, what are the editorial writers around the state saying about a particular issue?
The library features a strong historical collection of documents and statistics. Ongoing updates in the current digital age makes it easier to provide more information for future research.
We have state documents back to the early 1970s and then going back to the beginning of statehood actually, but a broader, a richer collection starting in the early 70s. A lot of those materials have been digitized since 2003, so almost every state document that's been published has been archived and made available through the web. So there's a lot of materials that are accessible to anybody in the state through that, through our catalog. We are charged by House and Senate rule to collect committee minutes for the House and the Senate. Those materials are the primary records of the committee's actions in the House and Senate. So those materials include testimony from individuals and bill amendments and reports and documents that were discussed in the committee. So those materials are really helpful as people do legislative research on the history of legislation.
Since 2004, video of legislative hearings and floor sessions have been archived on the internet and can be accessed by any computer. Prior to that, audio recordings of legislative activities were archived on cassette tapes. Those can be accessed at the library. In addition to its collection, the library also provides a more personalized service, delivering information to legislators on specific topics of their choice.
I think the best thing that we do are our current awareness services, which is sort of library lingo for customized information that comes directly to you. So any legislator or staff can submit requests or let us know what topics they're interested in. And each week we send out a customized list of citations to articles in their interest area. It's fully automated, so they just click a little box and they get those articles within 24 or 36 hours delivered to them electronically. They can also get them in paper. There are a few people that prefer paper. Each day when the periodicals arrive in the library, the librarians go through the periodicals and enter into a database the articles in a particular topic area. We each have kind of an area of specialty. They're entered into the database. The database spits out a customized list at the end of the week for every person. It goes to them electronically and they can select them We have another system that allows our library aides to scan those or copy them and send them electronically. So we have really sophisticated programming, helps this service run really smoothly, and we, I think last year we provided well over 10,000 articles through that service alone. As you might imagine, those services are really popular. We have a lot of contact with legislators and staff through those services.
The library's added space on the third floor of the new Senate building has resulted in more participation with senators and staff. Though it is considerably smaller, the Senate location provides the same services and accessibility as the original library.
We have this great spot here and we have this great spot in the Senate building, but we are really able to provide information without anyone ever coming to either of those locations. We can save them a lot of time.
From extensive research to simple questions, the Legislative Reference Library plays an important role in the legislative process.